Welcome to your 2021 Jaguar F-Pace SVR. There is no replacement for displacement, I believe the saying goes, and that is clearly present here. It is a 5-liter V8. It is supercharged. It's got 550 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, all through an 8-speed automatic transmission. It does 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. And the impressive part about that is, given the size and the weight of Jaguar's largest vehicle, it's pretty remarkable that they can get this thing moving from a dead stop to 100 kilometers an hour in 4 seconds. As far as driving dynamics go, yeah, it's, Jag's biggest SUV, but with all the horsepower, all the torque, and it's good low-end torque as well, so you really get moving right away. So if you're doing any kind of passing on the highway, or you need that extra bit of boost to get out of a collision situation, or you're getting onto a highway, the F-Pace SVR does it all. It does it beautifully well. It is just loud enough, and there's an exhaust boost button for the audible side, just where the gear shift is. But even without it, it sounds really, really hefty and loud. And I'll put it on right now, and we'll give you a quick listen. So from a dead stop, I'll put it on. There's a slight audible boost when you're just kind of idling and waiting, but let's take a listen and see how fast things move in my window. Yep, that's what it does. It sounds so good, and the low end growls and just that instant boost with a supercharger. It is just so good. It's so fun to drive. We see a lot of these on the road? And probably not. This is a very specialty vehicle, and most people will go for either the 2-liter or 3-liter F-Pace with power figures in the 200s and 300s. But if you want something that has function, because there's lots of cargo space, decent towing capacity here, and you want that massive amount of power underneath your right foot, the SVR is absolutely the way to go if you want to stick around in the Jag lineup. City streets, it's pretty good. It's maneuverable. It's bigger than it seems. I'm not saying it's a tiny vehicle. Again, it's Jag's largest SUV, and the E-Pace being the smallest one, the I-Pace kind of being the middle, and the F-Pace being the largest. I had no problems parking it in parking lots in public. I had no problem putting it into the driveway, kind of maneuvering around smaller vehicles. City street parking as well, no issues there at all. Let's talk about the outside. So, big perk, these rims, A, they're massive, B, they're as close to classic 5-spoke as you can get, and they've got a modern touch to them, so you can see that there's some finesse and some contours to them. It's not just your traditional 5-spoke, but the elements are still there. It's a nice clean look. It suits this vehicle absolutely perfectly. So I don't know whether to call this a perk, a quirk, or an irk. I'll let you decide. The paint job is $6,100. The MSRP is $96,250. So is that almost 6% of the 6-7% of the vehicle itself is in the paint job. And in all my years of doing this, I have never, ever seen a $6,100 paint job. And over and above that, there is an even more expensive paint offering from Jag, and that's, I believe it's $13,000, $12,000. That's in for a penny, in for a pound, right? If you're gonna be looking at almost 6 figures for a vehicle, what's $6,100 for a paint job, or what's in and around $13,000 for an even higher end paint job? Still has the same shape as the regular F-Pace, which is the non-SVR, and there's that big massive spoiler in the rear, and it looks so good. I really like the yellow. I like it when manufacturers put colorful vehicles on the press fleets and even just make them available overall. I don't know how many people are actually going to go forward and select, I believe it's Sorrento Yellow is the color on the Jaguar Canada website. I imagine most of them would be blacks and whites and grays and blues. Taking a look inside, we do have a new steering wheel from Jag. Heated steering wheel button is actually on the wheel itself. It's got this cool red and blue diamond stitching on the inside of the wheel because that's where it has to go. And you can see it fairly clearly at the bottom part of the wheel, but not too much at the top. And you can notice it a little bit out of your peripheral vision. Over and above that, the big difference here with the steering wheel, according to the Jag, is at the 10 and 2 spot, the place where you rest your thumbs are a little more pronounced. It feels good. Paddle shifters are here as well, nice big ones, and they're attached to the steering wheel itself, as opposed to the steering column. A new digital dashboard still has that familiar Jag look and feel to it, where you can easily pull out all your information. Easy to see during daylight hours, like I'm in right now, and it's also easy to see during the evenings. And when there's no natural, looking over to the right, we do have the new infotainment system from Jaguar. Nice big screen, easy to see, easy to pull information out of, not too much digging. I think there's a little too much reliance on it, so I would have the auto start-stop feature be a hard touch button or something a little easier to get into, as opposed to fishing through some digital options to get there. Now, it's still very logically laid out, but I just want hard touch buttons for a few things. And there's no volume knob, there's a volume scroll wheel, and it's all by the gear shifter console, and that's where your drive modes are, the exhaust mode, your traction control as well. So I'm happy they didn't do away with that. Yes, there's a steering wheel scroll wheel for the volume as well here. So there's two ways to do it, but there's no traditional volume knob. And kind of curious to see what happens when Jag goes all electric, and if they're going to stick with the F-Pace infrastructure, or if they're going to do something all new. We'll have to wait and see. The cool HVAC system, it's one dial and 3 functions. So let me take a quick look. So you push for your heated seats and cooled seats, and you pull for your fan speed, and when it's in the neutral position, you turn it left to right, and that's how you increase or decrease the temperature that you have. A big, massive panoramic sunroof, which I think is important here because the roof liner and the interior is black, as you can see, so it really opens up the cabin and gives it that nice, less claustrophobic-y kind of feel. So definite perk for me on that side. And overall, I've always liked the F-Pace's interior. I like the way it's been set up. Still luxurious, but fairly minimalistic. Let's talk about the seats. They are very comfortable. They're sport seats, and the cool perk here is it's not only the driver and front passenger that have sport seats. The 2 outboard passengers for the rear occupants get the sport seats as well. So 4 out of 5 people get the cool seats. It's not bad at all, and I've done a fair bit of driving with the F-Pace SVR in both highway and city and rural driving, and no driver fatigue. I've gone for longer drives. I think this would do well on longer road trips, like a couple hours out, 3-4 hours out. And there's this nice high-end, premium, luxurious feel to the cabin without it being over the top, ostentatious, and overly flashy. And Jag's always done a good job, at least in my eyes, as far as kind of blending high-end with modern, and still having a lot of functionality and approachability to how the interior of their vehicles are done. That's going to wrap it up for the 2021 Jaguar F-Pace SVR. I'm going to miss this when it's gone. I truly will. And the world is changing, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, Jaguar says by 2025 they're going to be all electric. I don't know how close they're going to come to that. It is only 3 years away, and it takes a lot of time to create new vehicles, and this isn't a simple retrofit where you're just flipping out an internal combustion engine for a few battery packs. There's a lot more to it. So I hope Jaguar meets their target of that. But the 5-liter supercharged V8 will be missed by me. Just having that raw power, and just more than that, just the feel and the sound and the emotion behind having something so powerful. And yeah, electric cars are the way of the future, and you have that instant torque. You might have some artificial sounds pumped in, but there's not going to be anything like a massively displaced engine in the next 5, 10, 15 years. So I will miss you, Jaguar F-Pace SVR, for all of your wonderful driving dynamics, and for as comfortable as it is and as luxurious, and it's the power that really stands out here with the SVR. If you've got any questions on the vehicle, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to get you answers as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to tell somebody about the channel who you think might be interested in what it is that I do. Oh, no flubs. Until I see you next time, be well, be healthy, be safe.